Move, you are blocking my sunlight. That's what a homeless philosopher told Alexander the Great when offered anything in the role. Alexander conquered empires. This man lived in a barrel, who was actually free. Most people would answer Diogenes without realizing they are living like Alexander, chasing more, needing more, never satisfied. And here's the proof you are doing it too. You need a promotion, a relationship milestone, 6 figures to feel anything. But some guy chewing loud on the train ruins your entire day. A buffering video makes you want to throw your phone. Someone leaving you on red destroys your mood for hours. Low threshold for pain, high threshold for joy. You're a masochist who forgot the safe word. And here's what's insane. You know this is broken, but you keep defending it. Diogenes wasn't just some eccentric. He was the most notorious philosopher in ancient Greece. He lived in a clay jar in the marketplace of Athens. No possessions, no shame. When Plato defined a man as a fearless biped, Diogenes plucked a chicken and threw it in his lecture. Behold, Plato's man. He masturbated in public, and when people complained, he said, "If only it were so easy to relieve hunger by rubbing my belly." The man had zero tolerance for bullshit. So, when Alexander, at 25 years old, already ruling half the known world, found him sunbathing, it was the ultimate collision. I am Alexander the Great. Ask me for anything. Diogenes didn't even sit up. Just move. You are blocking my sunlight. No negotiation, no flattery, no thank you for the offer. Just, you're in my way. Alexander's generals were furious. You don't dismiss a king. But Alexander walked away and said, "If I weren't Alexander, I'd want to be Diogenes." Why would the most powerful man alive envy a beggar? Because Alexander understood something his generals didn't. Diogenes was invincible. You can't threaten a man who wants nothing. You can't bribe him, you can't control him. Alexander conquered Persia, Egypt, parts of India, died at 32, still planning his next campaign, still wanting more. Diogenes lived into his 90s, satisfied with sunlight. One man needs empires, the other needed daylight. Here's what you need to understand. This is an ancient story, this is you. You were standing in the middle, trying to be both, chasing Alexander's ambitions while secretly envying Diogenes' peace. And it is destroying you. Let me show you exactly how this plays out. You are scrolling Instagram, see someone's vacation photos in Bali. Your mood drops. Not because you hate them, because suddenly your perfectly good Saturday feels insufficient. You were fine 30 seconds ago. Now you're calculating how many months until you can afford Bali. Or this, you finish a good workout, feel strong, then you see some fitness influencers transformation post. Suddenly your progress doesn't count. You need more, you need it faster, you needed abs by now. Or dating. You have a nice conversation with someone. They laugh at your jokes, good energy. Then they don't text back within 2 hours. Now the entire interaction is ruined retroactively. You went from contentment to crisis in 120 minutes. Here's the pattern. You are constantly letting external comparison override your internal experience. You had sunlight, then you let someone block it. Except this time, you are both Alexander and the obstacle. The Stoics had a framework for this, apatheia. Epictetus said, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. But here is where it gets interesting. The Stoics weren't anti-ambition. Marcus Aurelius was literally emperor of Rome while writing about contentment. So what's the difference between healthy ambition and what you are doing? Intent. Marcus built because he believed in duty, not because ruling made him complete. Diogenes rejected wealth because he already felt complete, not because poverty made him superior. You are chasing achievements to fill a void, and simultaneously denying yourself joy from small things because they are not enough. You are playing both sides and losing on both. Nietzsche saw this too. He talked about amor fati, love of fate, not tolerance, love. Can you love a regular Thursday, or do you need Friday, vacation, success, and validation? If you can find meaning in an ordinary moment, you won't find it in an extraordinary one either. You just move the goalpost. Now you're thinking, but shouldn't I have big goals? Isn't ambition good? Yes, but you have confused two different things. Building something meaningful and requiring that thing to give you permission to feel good. Alexander wasn't wrong for conquering. He was wrong for needing to. The difference, addition versus dependence. Adding joy sources equals wealth. Requiring massive achievements to access joy equals poverty. Think about it. Who's actually free? The billionaire who can't enjoy meals unless it's Michelin starred, or the person who can find equal pleasure in street tacos and fine dining? One has money, the other has range. You want to be the person who can enjoy both, not the person who needs the extraordinary to feel anything. Here's the test. Can you have a great day that includes nothing Instagram worthy? If not, you have made yourself a slave to spectacle, and spectacle is expensive, rare, and exhausting. We have built an entire culture around dysfunction. Every app, every algorithm, every advertisement is designed to raise your threshold for satisfaction. Social media shows you everyone's highlight reel. Your normal life becomes the low light by comparison. Netflix drops entire seasons at once. Suddenly, waiting a week for an episode feels like torture. Dating apps give you infinite options, so the person in front of you feels insufficient. We have trained you to be perpetually dissatisfied. And here's the darkest part, you are doing it to yourself too. You photograph your dinner before you taste it, converting experience into content, presence into performance. You hit a milestone and immediately think, what's next? Before you have even processed, what now? You're so busy optimizing for the extraordinary that you have forgotten how to inhabit the ordinary. Diogenes would look at your life and ask, who's reeling the barrel, me or you? So, how do you fix this? You don't need to live in a barrel. You need to lower your threshold for the light. Start here, the sunlight test. For 1 week, notice how much joy you are dismissing as not counting. Good coffee? Notice it. Let it register as win. Someone held the door, small deposit in a joy account. Perfect temperature outside, that counts. Song you love comes on, don't just consume it. Acknowledge it, it delighted you. You are looking for two things, how often small things happen and how reflexively you dismiss them. You are surrounded by sunlight, you have just trained yourself to only notice eclipses. Next, the irritation mirror. Every time something small pisses you off, traffic, slow barista, Wi-Fi lag, ask yourself, if this small thing can ruin my mood, why can't a small thing improve it? You have already proven you're emotionally reactive. Just point it in a better direction. If a red light can make you curse, a green wave should make you grin. Fair is fair. Here's what I'm not saying. Lower your standards, stop being ambitious, settle for mediocrity, gaslight yourself into fake positivity. Here's what I am saying. You have accidentally made joy expensive and suffering cheap. That's backwards. The person who needs a cathedral of achievements to feel anything, that's emotional poverty, disguised as ambition. The person who can harvest joy from morning light, good coffee and clean sheets, that's wealth. Not because those things are enough forever, because they are enough for now, and now is the only time you actually have. Alexander died at 32, still planning his next conquest, still hungry, still incomplete. Diogenes died at 90, satisfied. One ruled the world, the other just wanted sunlight. Which one actually won? And there's a final detail to this story that most people don't know. When Diogenes was dying, someone asked how he wanted to be buried, and he said, "Throw me a ditch, let the animals have me." They asked, "Won't you mind being eaten by dogs?" And he smiled and said, "Not if you leave me a stick to beat them off with." "But you'll be dead, you won't be able to use it." "Exactly, so why would I care?" The man who owned nothing feared nothing, not even death. That's freedom. Now go and stand in your sunlight.